Today, I want to talk to you about 3 tips for preventing slips and falls outside during the wintertime. Because slips and falls, they could lead to fractures, sprains, or even worse, head injuries. They could also be costly and result in missed work and medical bills. And that's why it's important to take steps to prevent slips and falls from happening. And if you follow my 3 tips, you may not avoid all slips and falls, but you'll definitely have a better chance at preventing yourself from falling during the cold weather.
Alright, so tip number 1 is to wear appropriate footwear in the winter by investing in a good pair of boots. You gotta look for boots that have good traction and are made of waterproof material. Wearing boots of good traction is the easiest first step anyone can take to help prevent slips and falls during the cold weather. Don't wear sneakers or anything like that. Avoid wearing high heels. Avoid wearing shoes with smooth bottoms in the winter, because that's just going to get you on the ground. Instead, you should opt for boots that'll help keep your feet dry and prevent you from slipping on snow or icy or snowy surfaces. Now, boots tend to be heavier than your shoes and sneakers, which might cause your feet and legs to feel heavy, especially below the knee by the end of the day. Well, you still got to wear the boots even if that happens, but you got to make sure that you recover those overworked muscles until they manage to adapt and are used to the heavier boots. The best 3 ways to do that are compression boots, a foot massage machine, and getting a massage therapy session. You can do that, especially if in New York, by scheduling at our website and getting the treatment, so that way you can get used to heavy boots without falling and not letting those legs get too tired. So tip number 2 is to lower your center of gravity when walking and modify your walking pattern. You should modify your center of gravity by slightly bending at the hips and knees, and this is going to lower your torso, which is going to cause your center of gravity to lower. When you lower your center of gravity, you become more stable, and that will contribute to fall prevention. But when you combine this with modifying your walking pattern, like I mentioned before, then you're really going to increase your success rate of not falling. You can do this by using things I've taught you, like the penguin walk and the Godzilla walk that I've taught you in an earlier YouTube video, and it demonstrates the pattern really well. So when you're done with this video, you can either go to the link in the description or just stay tuned at the end, and then you can go right into that to learn that one, because you should really have more details about how to modify those walks to get you across the icy surfaces in a safer manner. And one other suggestion I have for you: if modifying your walking pattern is too much for you, whatever the reason, then I recommend you either have a walking stick with a spike at the end of it or cross-country skis to help stabilize yourself as you walk outside. I suggest it for all types of environments, urban, suburban, and rural areas, no matter where you are, because slips and falls are not picky about where they occur. Also, if you just had surgery, such as hip or knee surgery, the best advice I could give to you is just stay at home until you get a doctor's note allowing you to go out there again, because it's just, if you had the replacement, it's just not worth it. Tip number 3 is an obvious one, but I think it needs to be said, which is to be mindful of your surroundings, especially of the ground in front of you. Be cautious when walking on slippery surfaces, and watch out for roads with regular ice as well as the treacherous black ice. They call it black ice because it tends to be dark colored like most of the ground below, so unless you're looking down in a well-lit area, you're not going to see it. That's because black ice will blend into the ground and cause you to fall. So make sure you walk through well-lit areas to be able to see the ground in front of yourself clearly. If you have to walk up outdoor stairs or walk up a hill, then it's a good idea to wear gloves and to find the nearest handrail or banister to help you get up there safely. Always be aware of your surroundings and take extra precautions when walking on icy or snowy surfaces. And by following these 3 simple tips, you're going to greatly reduce your chances of slips and falls during the icy weather. Now is the time to click on that next video and watch about how to walk in the snow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in that video.